What is up, everybody? Coming to you live at this new time because unfortunately I have to be at work at 2:30, so I will be working during the regular time. So what's up? Who we got here so far? I see Mr. James, who says he's first. Yes. Got Mr. Ryan. How y'all doing? I've seen there's a couple of lives going on right now, so hopefully we'll get some people in here at some point. But I wanted to try something. Let me know if y'all can hear this. I've got some background music set up here. Let's see what's going on. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Just let me know. Nails in the drywall, scratching in Morse code, cold breath on my shoulder in a burning overcoat. Yeah, I didn't have the mic in front of me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Being live at this time got me all discombobulated and shit. So, yeah, like I said, let me know if y'all can hear that background music. Man, I only got 2 people up in here. We need to get some people going. What's going on here? Got me drinking water today. Been feeling a bit lightheaded recently, so I'm gonna drink a little more water. Had to roll the windows up too. Is my mic too low? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's fine to me. I mean, I can try to dial it up a little bit here. Let's see. Maybe that helps a bit. There we go. Now it should be good. Let's see if I can listen to this music too. Let's see if I remember how to set this. It's there. Properties. There, maybe I can. I tried to get a playlist together to put on here, but it's really, really, really complicated to do it. Like I tried. It had to take me a couple of hours to figure out how to do it. So it only let me do one song at a time, which is pretty dumb, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, I see 4 people. Must be you 2 guys and 2 lurkers, I guess, who aren't gonna say anything. I ran around and shared the live before I came on here, so I don't know, hopefully we can get some more people in here. Oh, my mom's here. Kenny Biddle, what's up, brother? How are you? Damn. Hi, Mom. Yes, my mom's here. What's up, Sage? How are you? Checking it out, right? Well, welcome. Kenny Biddle's one of the coolest people I have ever spoken to around here. That man helped me out with some stuff when I was being fooled by some railings at a bridge one time. Turns out I was speaking to cooling metal that was contracting and making noises. Pretty funny. Working and lurking. Yeah, that's why I'm on right now, because I have to go to work here in a bit. I'm working night shift, so I work 2:30 to 11 Thursday and Fridays now. So that is why I am here right now instead of at 7 like normal. And I don't know how long I'm going to be doing that, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll make it work. Yeah, man, I definitely appreciate the help. But, you know, duty calls. You know, gotta put the job first. I did see they have proven Patty the Bigfoot from Patterson Gilman tape was fake. I'm not sure which. Is that the famous one that everybody shows of the Bigfoot walking across the thing? I guess that's the one you're talking about. I don't know. We talked about Bigfoot last night. My whole thing, and I'll say it here, my whole thing about the whole Bigfoot is that with all the technology we have, I mean, we can put a rocket or a missile on a pinpoint location at this point, and we have no way of being able to prove there's a Bigfoot in the woods somewhere in this country, or any country, anywhere. I don't know. That makes me question whether or not Bigfoot is actually real. I mean, I know people say that Bigfoot could be supernatural. Now, that's a possibility. But, I mean, like I said, with the technology, I just don't see how we haven't gotten a legitimate shot yet. Sorry, I had to answer a message. Looking forward to seeing the new documentary on Bigfoot. Yeah, I mean, if where's it? What platform is it going to be on, Kenny? I'll check it out. Head. The Shape is planning on going over it, but I want to see it all. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Hey, what's going on, Cree? How are you? Welcome. Appreciate you coming by. Like I said, hey, prove me wrong. I'm all about being proven wrong. But like I said, with all the technology, I just don't see how we don't have, if there is a Bigfoot, we don't have legit footage of it yet. The only things that we have so far are grainy photos and obviously fake ones, fake videos are out there. All right, welcome back, James. Hey, can you all hear that background music? Is there any background music playing at all? I've been playing around with it, and I haven't had a chance to test it yet. So I figured, why not? coexisting with Bigfoot. Did they have like a bunch of like different creatures though? Like the Wendigo, I think, is one of theirs, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a few others. I can't remember the names of them right now. That music is loud. All right, let me crank it down a little bit here. All right, hopefully that's better. I'm trying to remember the other Native American beast lores that they have. I know. I'm pretty sure Wendigo is one of them. Oh, what's the other one? The other one that's real big, well known. The Skinwalker. Isn't that from Native American culture as well? Okay, all right. I'll keep an eye out for it. I mean, like I said, I'll check it out. The thing is, the Native Americans don't call them Bigfoot. They were known as forest people and were said to be protectors, not thought of as something to fear. Huh, that's cool. That's, yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to look into that documentary. Because I'd love to be proven wrong. Yeah, so I'm only going to be able to go an hour today because I got to get ready to go to work. But I should be here Saturday. As it stands, I will be. That might change, but as far as I know right now, I'll be here on Saturday. Walkers, elementals, and as for the Wendigos, they are more the Cree, as others speak about them. Okay. Along Trinity River near you. Well, I don't know if I want to say I hope you see one or not. I'm not sure about that. Because, I mean, if you see it, it might not end very well for you. But, you know, hey. Pug Wedgies, one of my favorite legends in the area. I grew up in little goblin tricksters type with magic power. I've heard about them. I've heard some of the fake channels mention them in their videos and that they've seen them and all this stuff. Walkers are the Navajo, but other natives have versions of shapeshifter. Yeah. There's so many different tribes that have so many different versions of these beings. No, unfortunately, she will not. But thank you for coming, Wendy. I appreciate it. Why, thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. I'd be okay to see anything that people claim exists, but in reality and not on some substance trip. Well, yeah. But I mean, if Bigfoot is real, as people say, it's like a 8 foot tall, like 400-500 pound monster. I don't know if I'd want to see that out in the wild by myself. There's not too many things on earth that scare me, but I'm definitely not gonna go, running towards it if I saw it. Elementals are seen by most tribes and not evil at all, but protectors of the land, air, water, and fire. They see them as sentient. Yeah, that's true. They said that about the silicam fish, thought to be extinct since the dinosaurs still alive. Well, I mean, Laura mentioned yesterday about the giant squid that we thought was not real, and then apparently one washed up on the beach a while back. There is a claim that Bigfoot is living in the caves of mountains hidden by the human eye. I mean, that's possible. However, all the technology and stuff that we have these days, even if they were in a cave, we'd still be able to see them. Number one rule of hunting and investigating: do not go alone. Well, I have done a little investigating alone. I wouldn't recommend it personally. You gotta have you have to carry a friend with you, if you know what I'm saying. Try not to go without that if you're gonna go by yourself, for sure. But yeah, I agree with that. I wouldn't recommend doing any of those things alone if you can help it. I was going to tell this story last night, but I never on Laura's show, but I never got around to it. So I guess about a month ago at this point, I had gone out to a haunted bridge. It's about 45 minutes away from here. And when Becky and I had gone there years ago, we were there one night, and we're standing there, and this big giant diesel truck drove by us. And as it was going across the bridge where we were standing at, it slowed down. But they didn't roll the windows down. They didn't say anything. They just kind of drove by slow and then took off. Well, up the road a little ways, there's a cutoff where you can park, and there's trails that go down into the woods. Well, they stopped there, and they turned around because you could see the lights whip around, and then they stopped again. And then the truck drove back towards us, and it went across the bridge and went on about its way. So we're standing there, and about maybe 10-15 minutes later, all of a sudden these rocks start hitting the water. And it took me a minute or so to figure out what had happened. So what they had done was they had dropped people off in the woods, or at the edge of the woods, and they made their way through the trails out to the edge of the creek there that the bridge goes across, and they started to throw rocks in there to try and scare us. And of course, me, being the smart ass that I am, I start yelling out, "Come on, man, is that all you got? Come on, do it again, do it again." And they start throwing more rocks, And of course, after a few minutes of me, basically harassing them, they stopped. And so we stayed for about another maybe 20-30 minutes, and then we decided to leave. And so as I'm getting in the car, I turn around and yell out, "Hey, next time you come, bring some beer." And I get in the car and we drive off. Well, like I said, about a month ago, I went out to the same bridge by myself, middle of the night, and I see a car go by this time, and it stops, and then it takes off, but it doesn't come back across the bridge. It keeps going the way it was going. And I'm standing there, I'm doing my thing, hey, if there's any spirits here, if you'd like to communicate, I'd appreciate it if you made a sound or whatever. And all of a sudden, rocks start hitting the water on the one side, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, come on. So I'm, the smart ass I am, I'm like, all right, come on, do it again, please. Boom, rock hits the water, and I'm like, all right. I was like, I'm not sure what you're trying to do, but it's not working. You're not scaring me. All right, man, do what you got to do, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, please hit that like button, and yes, please leave a comment if you so choose. I would appreciate that. Definitely helps the live stream. But, it goes to show that not everybody appreciates what investigators do. Not everybody thinks that it's good. there's people out there that want to mess with you, that see what you're doing, and they maybe not understand it, or they understand it and they just want to be an asshole, and they'll do stuff like that. I've never had anybody like run up on me physically. That's never happened. But, thankfully it's never happened. But, unfortunately at that point I didn't have my friend with me. It is at my parents' house because I can't bring it into this state yet because I'm not registered here. But, it goes to show. I mean, it's going to happen. I'm sure most investigators have probably had some kind of experience like that. They also say Bigfoot buries their dead in deep water, which is why you never find the bones. I understand I'm only saying what research I did for a book series I write, not saying I agree. Okay. The most fascinating story I've come across is the one on an island in Alaska. Not because of the TV show, but because of its history. That's cool. Are you talking about Portlock? And everyone says it was because the cannery went out of business. Cannery went out of business. I can read, I promise. The thing about that is that people have tried living on it since the 1700s. Each and every time they abandoned the island, and there are many stories of a giant hairy man attacking the villages. Oh wow. Yeah, I can see, if I was out there in my little village, hanging out with my people, and a big giant hairy man came running after me, I'd probably leave too. Not before I attempted to up the lead count in his body, but then I definitely want to leave because I'd be afraid there'd be more than one of them. But anyway, back to what I was saying. There's gonna be people that do stuff like that, and it's a shame. That people think that that's a good idea. And I'm not a violent person unless I have to be, but people that do stuff like that, they're gonna run across that person who's not gonna be as understanding about it as I am. I mean, it's very possible to chase them down. It's very possible, to figure out, where they're going. Because I have a car. I'm pretty sure I could have been quick enough to get in the car and chase them down. But what good would that have done? Because then the police would have got involved and it would have just got ugly. And to me, I just laugh it off. I think it's funny. Go ahead, throw all the rocks you want. You're not bothering me, not scaring me. And that's the point. That's why as soon as it happens, I always yell something out like, hey, do it again, come on. Might go out tonight for investigation at the old Fort Monroe. Oh, Fort Monroe. Where is that? That sounds familiar. That name does sound familiar to me. They've tried several times to return, but each and every time they are scared away. That is pretty interesting. Yeah, that's... Again, these days, why doesn't somebody go out there with a camera and try to get some footage of something? That's the part that bothers me, is that, there's always got to be somebody who's, got the stones to go out there with a camera and try to get footage of it, and there is none. That's the part that makes it hard for me to believe some of these stories. I'm sorry, I'm having to answer a message here. So, sorry, I got distracted for a second there. My apologies, people. Yeah, but like I said, Fort Monroe. That sounds so familiar. I swear I've heard that name before. So those of you that were there last night, Fort Monroe is the largest stone fort on the East Coast. A very old fort with many reports of ghosts. Yeah, but where is it though? So what did y'all think of Laura's show last night? I thought it went pretty well. Let me look that up. They did, and that's the TV show Alaskan Bigfoot. I just don't trust it. But the news report, they show people that have lived there during the cannery, really crazy shit they talk about seeing. Oh, in Virginia. Okay. Alright. It's in Hampton, Virginia. I used to live in Hampton, Virginia. That's kind of crazy. Actually, we used to live in, Becky and I both lived in Hampton, Virginia. Not the greatest area, but, it was what it was. They say Edgar Allan Poe was locked up there. Ulysses S. Grant locked up. There are many cool reports. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the stories go that Edgar Allan Poe was a drunk, so, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he got locked up there. Oh, thank you, Sage. I appreciate you watching it. I don't know. I'm one of those weird people, I guess. Like, if it's live and I don't catch it when it's live, I feel weird going back and watching it afterwards. I mean, I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. Thank you for watching it. But I don't know. It's very rare that I'll go back and watch somebody's live stream that I wasn't there for when it was happening. Thank you, Kree. I thought it went pretty good. I was waiting for the trolls to show up, but they didn't, so I'm good with that. So what do y'all think about this weather? It's like 70 degrees outside right now. Which sucks because I'm going to spend it working. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I had a 2-day trip and missed it. Drove almost 1,000 miles in 2 days. I'm pretty like, yeah, I would be too. I definitely would be wiped out driving 1,000 miles in 2 days. I think the longest drive I've ever done is from Delaware to California, Northern California. And I made that drive in 3.5 days. And that was a lot of driving. Like, I did most of my driving at night to try and avoid traffic. So I would sleep during the daytime and then drive at night. It's a pretty good drive, I'll say that. It's a pretty good drive. Probably just over 3,000 miles, I think. Yeah, it was. I've made the drive from Delaware to California, and I've made the drive from Pennsylvania to Fort Hood, Texas. That one I did in 2 days. And that was a drive. Because it's heartbreaking when you cross into the state of Texas and you're like, man, I'm in Texas. I can't be that far away. And then you look and you still got 8 more hours to drive to get to where you're going. And you're like, oh, shit. Because Texas is a huge state. Good Lord. I'm used to living in Delaware. You can drive from one end to the other in an hour and a half. Or less. Oh, I'm sorry to hear everybody's not doing well. Hopefully they get better soon. Hey, it's Dave. Yeah, it is Dave. What's up, man? Open up the door. It's Dave. Who? Dave. Dave? Yeah, Dave. Dave's not here. I wish I could use that on this video. On these live streams, but I'd probably get copyrighted for it, so I can't, unfortunately. Because I'm sure somebody owns the rights to their stuff, so. Jet lag, yeah. Well, I've flown enough times around the world, I can tell you. Yes, Cheech and Chong. I remember the first time I heard that skit when I was a little kid. 2 therapy sessions in a week is a lot. Yeah, I can see that. You Conor McGregor, I'm fucking fried. Prism is not here. Nope. It's a ghost. It's the ghostess with the mostest. Yeah, I miss Cheech and Chong, man. I wish those guys were still putting stuff out. But I think those guys are both in their 70s now. And probably still smoking up somewhere. Alright, Sage, have fun. See you in a bit. Oh, shit. Hey, unfortunately, I gotta take a phone call real quick. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I had to, I was waiting on a phone call for the tags for my car. And so they just called to tell me that they're ready to be picked up. So that's why I had to answer that. Sorry. They still make, no, Chong, yeah, Chong does stuff. I see it every once in a while. But I mean, as far as the two of them together, I don't think they've done anything together in a minute. One of the witnesses to Travis Walton UFO abduction case was a hoax. I really hope not. And it was money to say it was a hoax. He was offered money 45 years ago to say it was a hoax, so. I don't know. UFO thing is the thing I don't get into very much. I don't know. I'm not saying I don't think they're real. I'm just, like, that's not something I spend a whole lot of time doing any research on. I've seen some questionable things myself. You know, lights in the sky moving in weird ways I couldn't explain. But other than that, like, I don't know. I don't really get into the whole UFO thing. Not saying I'm not bashing anyone that does. Medieval Bongathon. I have to look that one up. Sounds interesting, if you will. Definitely have to check that out. So what's everybody been up to recently? I know Mr. Prism's playing the guitar. I actually played guitar yesterday morning before I left for work. Of course, quietly, so I don't wake my neighbors up. But yeah, I was playing a little bit. I haven't played today, though. Which is a shame, because I should be playing every day, but I don't know. I've had UFO experiences, so it's always interesting to me, even when other people may. My sister was with me at my first experience. Had her come on alive and tell the tale of the giant orange orb UFO. Huh. That's definitely interesting. Like I said, I've seen some weird lights in the sky, but I can't definitely say it was UFO. So, I mean, I don't want to go out here and, say, oh yeah, I saw one, and, that's not what it was. Break out the 8-string, man. You can play some, what is it, Animals as Leaders or whatever don't they use the 8-string guitar? I don't really listen to them, but I did start listening to a band yesterday that I saw in a video, a reel, and the band's called Nailbiter. I mean, yeah, okay, unidentified flying, I get it. But I equate UFO with a spaceship, and I can't say for sure that that's what that was or not. But anyhow, if you like progressive type music, a little on the heavier side, Nailbite is a pretty good band. They've got some really interesting music that they do. Well, the fact that you can play anything by them is amazing to me. 'Cause, yeah. You have to use tree trunks as strings to tune down that damn low. I don't even know what tuning they play in. It isn't like C sharp or whatever it is that they tune down to. Like I don't have thick enough strings on my guitars to tune anything down that low. So I have a question. So if the 8, if the 7th string has the low B as the 7th string, what is the 8th string on an 8-string guitar in a standard tune? So again, if I'm looking at what you're writing there, it's an E. It's just a lower E. I use 8s. On my electric, I use Ernie Ball 8s. 8s or 9s. Normally 8s though. F sharp. Okay. All right. Because I know on a 7 string that but you tune and drop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it again now. Okay. EB. All right. Cool. I like playing songs in drop D too. But yeah, I've never owned a 7 or 8 string guitar. I don't know. I have enough problems trying to play 6, let alone them add more to it. And the only thing I've ever had like that is a 12 string. Was it double drop D? I guess they call that or something. I have to look into that. I don't think I've ever used that tuning before. Nail bite. Them up real quick. Yeah, if you look them up. Oh, open. Okay, all right. Play cash. Okay. The song that I first heard by them is called "Cut It Out." It's a pretty strange song, but I like it. I think it's cool. Apparently, when they recorded their first album, they were all teenagers still. Oh, welcome back, Sage. We'll go about another 15 minutes here, and then I unfortunately have to go myself. Yeah, these guys are doing like some industrial, like it's interesting. I'll say that. They do. There's a lot of keys involved in that. But yeah, I was scrolling through reels on Facebook one day, and this band popped up, and I was like, oh, let's check this out. And then the dude started playing and the keyboard, and then the guitar came in, and I was like, all right. Igor. No, I have not. I'll have to check them out. Hey, you know what, Ryan? Everybody has their thing. Oh, you're only half staffed? Ooh, damn. That sucks. I'll check them out. Like I said, Nail Bite's pretty weird too. They have some super interesting songs though. Nailbite only has 2 full-length albums out, but they've got a couple of EPs. Yeah, see, that's the thing, you're curious. All right, man. I'll check that out. Yeah, I saw it. I'll check it out for sure. I'm always up to listen to some new stuff so I can get myself out of the past because that's all I listen to is old music. 90% of the time I'm listening to, you know, old Caesar songs, old metal like Slayer, Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth. Yeah, I need to get a synthesizer. Someday I'm gonna buy one. Jesus, what size amp do you have that thing connected to? What? You know what? What? What are you doing? You have to get out of here. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. When I get off here, I'll turn them on while I'm getting ready to go to work. About another 10 minutes, then I'm out of here. And like I said, work calls. Gotta make that money and pay them bills. Bills, bills, bills. Making his room a tone generator. Gonna start floating. Maybe. I used to live across town years ago, and I had my KH2 and my little Marshall amp that I had. And I made the walls vibrate enough that the neighbors came over beating on the doors and shut the fuck up. I wasn't even mad at them for cussing at me because I was jamming. Like, it was the middle of the daytime. I was off work. I didn't think anybody was home. So I grabbed the guitar and started jamming, and I cranked it up. Oops, my bad. Sorry. Apparently they didn't like Metallica and Sabbath as much as I do. Well, probably not at all. Mini Bose Katana amp. Huh. Hell yeah, man, I was jamming out. I wish I still had the amp and the guitar, but, you know, shit happens. Someday I'm gonna get the guitar I really want more than anything on the planet is either the KH2 is the Kirk Hammett ESP well, not ESP, but the LTD version. But the guitar I want more than anything in the world, KH, Kirk Hammett. The one I want more than anything in the world is Kirk Hammett's Ouija guitar, the natural wood one. Meatloaf's Bad Idaho, man, that's a classic right there. But yeah, I definitely want that Ouija guitar. But the ESP version of that guitar is like $9 grand. And yeah, I don't have that kind of money for a guitar. I don't have that kind of money for anything, let alone a guitar. Yes, very, very, very expensive. I looked up the price for it a couple years ago. I was like, I can't pay that expensive. Oh, yes, it can. Very, very expensive. But, you know, for me, it would be worth it if I had the money. That ranks up there with the old JP Ibanez models. That probably at this point costs more than that. Those are so hard to find. Floyd plus Sustainic. I used to own a guitar that had a Kaler on it. I wish I would have taken off the guitar busted. The headstock was done. Like it was over with. I wish I would have taken the tremolo off of it before I got rid of it. Because I didn't realize that they didn't make Kaler tremolos anymore, and they were actually worth some money. But I have the guitar that I've always wanted for years right behind me. Sorry, I keep zoning out. I'm tired. Ugh. Yeah, my first guitar was like a Frankenstein Kramer headstock, and I don't even know where the body was from. But they had painted over the Kramer on the top of it. It was white. The whole guitar was white. But it got knocked over and split the headstock. And so I hung on to it as long as I could, but it wouldn't stay in tune anymore, so I had to get rid of it. I used to get yelled at for cranking the music up too loud all the time when I was a kid. 9, 10-year-old Dave jamming out to AC/DC and Slayer and Metallica and all kinds of stuff. You know you're a metalhead when you're 11 years old and you get an Easter basket and it's full of heavy metal cassettes. Oh no, yeah, no, we can't break vinyls. got grounded for blasting Quiet Riot. Bang your head. Wow, wow, wow. It was pretty cool when I found out that Randy Rhoads actually played for that band before they recorded their first album. All right, Sage. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to go here. Or I'm going to have to go here in a minute. I had a Gibson Epiphone. I had an Epiphone. Oh, what the hell was that thing called? It got crushed in a move one time. And the moving company refused to pay for it. I don't remember what it was. Invader, maybe? Is what it might have been. It was a nice guitar. I wish I had pictures of it. I don't, unfortunately. But, yeah, it was given to me. Yeah, that's it. Gibson Invader. Epiphone LP with a Floyd Rose. Huh, that's an interesting sounding guitar. But, unfortunately, I am going to have to get up off here. I do appreciate y'all coming by, hanging out. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. And, yeah, they are very heavy. Jeez, my brain just died. Please hit that like button for me if you don't mind, and drop a comment if you would. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Please hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a fake paranormal channel cries. Thanks. I love you all. See y'all in the next one. And that's how we do it, people.